Yes? Good. Brian and Jane want to welcome you to this celebration of their love for one another. Each of you has given something special to their lives, and your love and encouragement will forever be appreciated. Thank you for sharing one of life's most sacred moments with them. And may you be as an important part of their tomorrow as you are of their todays. Brian and Jane, today, as you are surrounded by your family and friends, we are gathered to not only witness this ultimate exchange of love, but to support you on your life's journey. And marriage is not just the union of two people in love. It is also the joining of two families and two sets of friends and two patterns of life. We are also joined here today by our loved ones who watch over us from above, especially Jane and Brian's grandparents and Jane's father. Know that they are with you today and will be with you all your days. I would like to invite Jane's sister Merritt and Brian's sister Katie to come and ask God to bless Brian and Jane's marriage as we say the Lord's Prayer and remember the words of St. Paul.
I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer. It's very special to my sister and I because when we were little kids, we used to spend a lot of time with my grandparents, and every night before we went to sleep, we would go upstairs and they would make us kneel and say the Lord's Prayer, and to us it's just part of who we are because of them, and it reminds us definitely of them. So if you guys want to join in. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Brian and Jane asked me to read something very familiar, but very true. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. It is the little things that are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is keeping the courtship alive. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is not expecting one person to wear a halo or the other the wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in one another. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, gratitude, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which one can grow. And it is finding rooms for things of the spirit. Marriage is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, the dependence is mutual, and the obligation reciprocal. And you must not only marry the right partner, but be the right partner as well. Jane never expected love to come knocking at her door. And literally, that's exactly what happened. For many years, Jane, along with her two best friends, hosted a Christmas party at her house. And after a little prodding, her mutual friends used this occasion to have these two meet for the first time. Never did either of them think that this would be the beginning of their forever. And when Jane opened the door to greet her guests, Brian walked in, and it took them hours to leave the spot where they first said hello. Not only did they talk all night, but Jane admits that she was just about forgot that there were over 100 other guests present. The conversation was effortless and kept them there for hours. And Brian recalls, at some point in the evening, after Jane returned from the bathroom, he saw her peering into the crowd, and he stood behind her and he asked, "Did you find what you were looking for?" And she replied, looking at him, and simply said, "Yes." There was an easiness between them, and a connection that neither of them could ever have anticipated. And as the night went on, they discovered their shared interests and ideas, and one of the most important elements that they both admired about each other was their individual love and devotion to their children. Over the years, their love and friendship has only grown stronger. They have supported each other through surgery, job transitions, and raising kids. And as they say, there is no two separate I's, just one we. Brian loves how Jane is always thinking of others, whether it be her children, her family, friends. Her love and support for the people close to her is endless and inspires him. He cherishes how they can talk about and work through anything, and together there is nothing that they cannot accomplish. As strong as each of them may be individually, or thought that they were, he is amazed by how strong they have become as one. And Jane loves how unconditionally supportive Brian is of her as he raises Kat and Chase on her own, her career, and her need to be one step ahead of their busy lives. His complete devotion to Allison, Owen, and Nate, and their mutual feelings on how important their blended and extended family and friends and their lives together is one of the things that has always drawn them close. Words cannot describe the love and friendship between them. And with Brian, she is just home. She is safe, loved, supported, and when they're together. With their busy lives, an important part of their relationship has always been finding alone time. Whether it's a quick lunch or coffee during the day, dinner at Arid Evans, the Scotch, or Bonefish, where they are known by name and by the wines that they drink, as well as traveling, attempting to play golf, going out, going to basketball games, or just watching TV. That is if Brian doesn't fall asleep with the remote in his hands first. But as much as they love spending time together, Jane and Brian are both respectful of allowing each other to individually maintain their own identity with and without their own children. Because they knew that this was forever, they worked together to build a strong foundation for their relationship and their families, committed to ensuring that what was right for them was also good for their children. And after 5 years, Jane and Brian, so excited to be married, they no longer want to spend another day without each other and to officially share their lives together, eventually share a home, and start and end each day with a good morning and a good night in person. Jane and Brian, we hope your marriage is filled with health, happiness, and wonderful memories yet to be made. And may you continue to raise happy and healthy children, and may you always be each other's best friend. So Brian, do you promise Jane that you will stand by her always? Do you promise to have faith in her, encourage her? Do you promise to be there to listen? and raise children together? Support her as you live your own independent life? Will you strive every day to make your relationship stronger? And do you promise to be her friend, her lover, all the days of your life? Jane, do you promise Brian that you will stand by him always? Do you promise to have faith in him and encourage him? Do you promise to be there to listen to him, to laugh with him and to hold him? Will you work with him to build your life together, raise children together, and support him as you live your own independent life? And will you strive every day to make your relationship stronger? And do you promise to be his friend, lover, partner, all the days of your life? Today, I, Brian, will marry my best friend, Jane, the one I live with, dream with, and love. I take you to be my wife. From this day forward, I will cherish you. I will look with joy down the path of our tomorrows, knowing we will walk it together, side by side, hand in hand, and heart to heart. Today, I, Jane, will marry my best friend, Brian, the one I live with, dream with, and love. I take you to be my husband. From this day forward, I will cherish you. I will look with joy down the path of our tomorrows, knowing we will walk it together, side by side, hand in hand, and heart to heart. May I have the rings, please? Nice job. The wedding ring is a symbol of an unbroken circle of love. For love freely given has no beginning and no end. And once these rings are given and received, they seal the promise that you have made with one another. May these rings always be a loving reminder of the ties that bind you together as husband and wife. Jane, with this ring, I marry you. You are now, and will be forever, my wife, my beloved, and my best friend. Where you go, I will go. And where you are, so is my heart. Brian, with this ring, I marry you. You are now, and will be forever, my husband, my beloved, and my best friend. Where you go, I will go. And where you are, so is my heart. Jane and Brian, may you have many joys, and may you be the light of each other's day. May you always be there, always in love, and may all that is love always be in you. May you always see and encourage the best in each other. May the challenge that brings life your way make your marriage grow stronger. And may you always be each other's best friend and greatest love. And with this promise and declaration of love, it is my pleasure, through and according to the laws of New York and by the virtual authority vested in me by the state of New York, to now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.